Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in to Times with Noble. This is my storytime series, if you didn't know. If you like this video and are interested in seeing other episodes, I will link the playlist down below in the description. This is about the time I got hacked and lost my account, and thus noblegarden was born. This was actually not the first or last time I was hacked, but this is one of the main times that I was hacked and that I would really consider being hacked. Because the other two times, I don't really count. However, before I begin, I would love to thank 𝕎𝕠𝕠𝕝𝕕 and 𝕤𝕝𝕦s for supporting my channel. So I've had my Woozworld account hacked a total of 3 times, and hopefully there is not a 4th. This video is about the second time I was hacked. And the first time I was hacked, honestly, I was just a really naive child that did not know any better, and my first ever Woozworld account, I lost it after like a few months because I fell for one of those like websites that say it's a generator and will give you free stuff. Yeah, I fell for one of those as a kid. I put in my login information, and then I logged on the next day and I was locked out of my account, and I went on my backup account just to see that my main account was hacked and they were posting stuff on the walls, and yeah, not fun. I never got back into that account. They ended up getting it banned, which is very sad. I had brats on that account. So yeah, after that first time, I just started to use my backup account, which was then my main account, for years, like 5 or 6 years. Now, at this point, I had already started making YouTube videos. It was on a different account. Obviously, it wasn't on noblegarden. This was before noblegarden, so I had a different username and all of that. And again, at this point, I had been using this account as my main for 5 or 6 years, so I had a pretty decent amount of stuff on there. I had a lot of units and a lot of old units that you weren't able to get anymore. It was a pretty decent account. I'm not gonna lie, it was a pretty decent account. And I had this best friend named Popstar who actually used to appear in my videos quite often, and I still talk to her almost daily, still. I introduced her to Woozworld. We met online on a game years before, so I had been friends with her for quite a while. We used to call and play Woozworld for hours, every single day. So one night we were doing that. We were calling, we were playing Woozworld, we were, you know, probably making our shops, playing theme games, hanging out and talking to our other friends on Woozworld. By the way, she doesn't really play anymore. Like, she'll log on if I tell her to, but she does not really play anymore, and she also did change her username a few years ago to Vixen. Anyway, besides the point, yeah, one day we were doing our normal thing, calling and playing Woozworld. We were also talking about my giveaway that I was hosting on my YouTube channel. This was in 2017, so at the time, doll faces had just kind of recently come out, and they were very, very popular. Everybody wanted a doll face, and they were also really expensive. We were talking about how I was doing a giveaway on my channel for the doll faces, and we were also talking about how my birthday was only days away. And I was excited. I was excited for my birthday. We were talking about what I was gonna do and what we were gonna do together online for my birthday. After a while of us calling and playing Woozworld together, it was late at night, and I decided I was gonna log off because, you know, I was tired and I wanted to go to bed. So I log off Woozworld, I say goodbye to her, and I hang up, and I go to bed. The next day, I wake up, you know, I eat breakfast, I do whatever I did back then when I woke up in the morning, whatever my morning routine was, and eventually I text her to see if she wants to get online that day and call while we play Woozworld like any other day. She says yes, so she calls me, and I answer. She logs onto Woozworld, and she's waiting for me to load up my Woozworld, and I finally get on. My game loads up, and I notice something is definitely off. So the night before, we were selling stuff in our shops, and I think I had 80,000 beaks, which at the time was considered a lot. And I was very proud of myself. I was so excited that I had that amount of beaks. So, you know, I log on, and I'm so excited. I look up at my beaks, and I notice it doesn't say 80,000, it says 800. And I mention it, I'm like, didn't I have 80,000 beaks last night? She was like, yeah, you were talking about it last night. You sold a bunch of stuff in your shop. I'm like, girl, why does it say I have 800? Did I read it wrong? I'm confused. We're both a little confused, and then immediately after, I look at my Woozin that is sitting on the spawn point, and I noticed it's wearing an outfit that I did not put on the night before I went to bed and logged off. And now I'm scared. I'm like, what is going on? And then I quickly open my inventory after noticing those two things, and I see that my entire inventory has been wiped. It is absolutely empty, besides the stuff that wasn't transferable. So basically, my worthless stuff. Immediately, I'm shocked, and I'm confused as to how this happened. who did it, how they got in, and I'm just in shock, and I'm upset because my account that I've had for years and worked so hard on got hacked or emptied somehow, and I start freaking out to Popstar, and I'm like, girl, everything's gone, my inventory's empty, my beaks is gone, like, why am I wearing this? She's like, you're lying, like, stop messing with me. She didn't think I was serious, and I don't blame her. She thought I was messing with her. Because, like, what? How does that even happen randomly? We were just fine the night before. And that is when I start crying. And I get on my phone, I open up my inventory, I record a video of my inventory and my beaks, and I send it to her. And she is just as in disbelief as I am, because, like, what? And now she's talking to me, and I'm hearing her put things together in her head. And she tells me that the night before, after I logged off and went to bed, she said that I came back online, and she was confused because I just said that I was going to bed. So she followed me to see what I was doing on Woozworld, since I was obviously still awake. She said when she followed me, I was trading this guy. And you know what? I am going to say his real username. I am. His username was 20, but it was not spelled out 20. It was 20. It was literally the numbers 20. She said I was trading him, and she said that she saw my 𝕼𝕞𝕒𝕝𝕝 face come off, so that meant I was trading it to him, and back then, that face was also very popular and very sought after. And she also saw me wearing the outfit that I was currently wearing, and she didn't really think anything of it. She probably just thought that I decided to come back online, and I don't know, just hang out and trade with people. When she saw me trading this guy, she friended him, and he accepted. So I want you guys to remember that. She added him, and he accepted. So this guy that she just saw me trading is now on her friends list. And after she saw us trading, she was like, whatever, she's probably doing nothing. And she went offline and went to bed. So she tells me this, and I'm like, girl, I never came back on last night. Who is 20? Like, who is that? I never came back on last night after I told you I was going to bed. I literally got off and went to bed. So then, that's how I find out who hacked me. I immediately go to search up his username, but since his username was 2 characters, just 20, it would not let me search up his name because the minimum amount of characters you have to have in your username is 3. So I don't know how he was able to bypass that, but yeah, I could not search him up because his username was only 2 characters when the minimum was 3. So I remember that she told me she friended him. So I go to her friends list and I find him in her friends list. Of course, I message him. I'm like, who are you? Why did you hack me? Give me my stuff back. Like, who are you? How did you even get into my account? And he's denying it. He's like, what are you talking about? I didn't hack anybody. What are you talking about? Who even are you? And eventually, he blocks me, and I'm not able to contact him anymore. I still have access to this account that got hacked. I'm gonna look through my messages and see if I can find the messages he sent me. And if I can, I will put them on the screen right here for you guys. And also, to this day, it's been almost 10 years since it happened, and to this day, I have no clue who this guy is, and I have no clue how he got into my account, which is the scariest part. I didn't give anybody my account information. I do not know how this man got into my account or who he was. Obviously, after that, I changed my password and stuff. So after he blocks me, there's literally nothing I can do. Like, there's nothing I can do. I start recording for my YouTube channel to let all my subscribers know that I got hacked. And in the video, I'm crying, obviously. It's days before my birthday, so happy birthday to me. And all of the doll faces that I was giving away for my giveaway on my channel, he took them. He also went through my units and emptied out everything that was in any of my shop pods. Yeah. So in my video, I'm distraught. I'm gonna put some clips of the video here. I've been hacked. Oh god. My birthday is in like 3 days, and I just logged on, and I've been hacked. All my beaks is gone, and I had like 87,000. And look, if you don't believe me, all of my items are gone. Even my 𝕼𝕞𝕒𝕝𝕝 face. And I might quit. Look. Okay, they left this stuff behind. On this game for almost 5 years on this account. It was 5 years on this account and 6 years in all, because I had another account that got hacked like a long time ago, but all my stuff is gone, and all my beaks. Then I worked so hard on this account, and it took me forever to get level 50. And she followed me, and some person was trading me, and their username was 20, just the number 20, but you can't look them up because it has to be at least 3 characters, so. And about 15 minutes later, I started to calm down, and I realized I had a backup account that had some storage items on it, and that account was called noblegarden, which you all know today. I realized it was okay, even though it sucked, I could kind of start over on a new account, so that's what I did. I switched over to noblegarden, I changed my YouTube channel, and I actually did end up being able to do that doll face giveaway because I had a couple of doll faces stored on the backup account. So it all kind of played out in the end, except for it being my birthday that kind of sucked. Even though I didn't have as many clothes or units as I had on my account that I had just lost, I was still willing to start over because I loved Woozworld. And that's what I did. Again, I worked really hard on noblegarden. A few months into starting my new account, I started my color code that you guys all know today and that I still use, and everything ended up being okay. And in the end, here is where we are now, and again, I never heard from that hacker again. I still don't know who he was or how he got into my account. I mean, back then, hacking on Woozworld was really big, especially the people with mod tools, but even with mod tools, you can't just get into random people's accounts, so yeah, I'm still confused about that and why he even chose me out of everybody. But yeah, that's all I have for this story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys ever got hacked on Woozworld. And the third time I got hacked is a whole nother story. It wasn't on noblegarden. It was actually on the same account that I was just talking about in this video, except I knew what was going to happen. I knew it was going to get hacked. I was just doing it just to mess with the girl because I knew the account was also empty. So she wasn't going to get anything out of it. If you guys want, I'll tell that story in a whole other video because it's very long. I also have video proof with that one as well. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye-bye.